And the model is saying that what will happen over the next 5 years, depending on these factors. And because Bitcoin mining is our cost to mine Bitcoin is around $10,000 to mine one Bitcoin, meaning that we have to pay $10,000 worth of expenses to mine one Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin was at $15,000, we have $5,000 of profit. And if Bitcoin was at $15,000, we have $5,000 of profit.
Yep.
And we'll give that 90% of that profit to investors. And if Bitcoin is at $20,000, we have 50% profit. And so I want to highlight that in Bitcoin goes 25K, you're not seeing a 25% increase in returns. You're seeing a much more significant increase in returns. And same thing from 20 to 30K. Same thing from 20 to 40K, right? You're not seeing a doubling in returns. You're seeing a significantly more increase in returns because our fixed cost remains our fixed cost.
Right.
So I think of this nexus point of investing as investing at a low of Bitcoin and betting that it will go higher. Mm-hmm. So that's one aspect of investing. And I highlighted in this sponsor outlook model of what it could look like if Bitcoin went to 50K in 12 months. And remember, it was 50K just 3 months ago or 4 months ago. So obviously this is a projection. It might not happen. My assumption is it goes to 85K in 2 years, 24 months. Remember, for many people, it was like 69K, 7 months ago, and it was very close. A lot of people were projecting 100K by the end of the year. So I'm not necessarily being overly optimistic. I'm just saying that there is in the natural course of Bitcoin mining or Bitcoin history, as somebody who has Bitcoin since 2013, that it has generally gone up. And so the model looks like that. If you're selling Bitcoin every month, that you're essentially getting it. And of course, you hold it, it could be much higher.
Totally.
One thing I really like also is that there's a downside protection, right? You can say that Bitcoin stays flat, you're not going to get much money back. Well, that's probably true. You're going to essentially bet on Bitcoin going up. But because if Bitcoin goes down every month, the one thing that I talked about was difficulty. If Bitcoin goes down in price, our competition will essentially falter.
They won't be able to produce. You're
they
right.
won't be able to produce.
Their cost is much higher.
Exactly.
I did the Googling. It's 35,000 average cost, I think, including globally. Is that right? Something like that.
It was that case. And that's why a lot of people left the network.
Yeah.
And so when you see high energy bills in France, for example, right, you're seeing really high, Russia just cut off the gas pipeline to Germany. You're going to see a lot of energy restrictions and higher energy prices across the world.
Surely.
And a lot of Bitcoin mining doesn't just happen in America. And so those guys will face a very critical decision to essentially cut off their mining and essentially give us more mining profits. So this sort of just highlights that, yes, if Bitcoin goes down.
Hi, you are listening to Syndication Made Easy podcast. We will be right back after this short break.
Hi, thank you so much. This is Vinney Chopra, and thank you for subscribing to my podcast and YouTube channel and Facebook pages and all the great things, and LinkedIn. Connect with me. I come live to you every Friday at 9:30 Pacific with Vinney and Bo show. Please also look at that. And also the podcast, which is my apartment syndication made easy. The book I wrote a couple of years back became international top seller on Amazon International now. And then we like to bring great guests for you every week or twice a week sometime to give you a lot of great knowledge. So please subscribe. You give us 5-star reviews on the iTunes. The better the guests we can bring, and our ranking will go higher also. Thanks again for following us and really getting the most out of it. Please comment, like, share, because we would love to bring better and better material for you.
If Bitcoin goes down to half, which is not ideal for anybody, especially somebody who has a lot of Bitcoin, you're essentially seeing that if you sell it every month, you're going to still make money because of the fact that when Bitcoin goes down, you're going to make more Bitcoin. Now, the opposite does happen. And I have modeled that into the blue model, which is that if Bitcoin goes up every month, then if Bitcoin goes up every month, then there'll be more competition. And so that's baked into my model as well.
Got it. No, thank you so much, Eng. It's such a pleasure. Again, guys, please go ahead and look through it and look through. Yeah, this one is again right there. Depreciation, the 5-year mining, as long as miners mine profitably, and we are buying new ones, which is exciting. Return of capital within 15 to 18 months. I mean, what good is that? Isn't that fabulous? I mean, you could take it in cash or in the wallet in Bitcoin, and you can do whatever you would like, and monthly distributions in Bitcoin or USD. And I mean, Eng's team is amazing team. They will help you. They will help you with the setup of the wallet and everything. So profit sharing during the return of capital, and then it goes 50-50 after that. What a great model. Thank you, Eng. It's such a pleasure. I know I'm heading out there with you next week. It's going to be wonderful. And we are into 6-7 locations now, right? Buffalo, Atlanta, Sandusky, Ohio, nuclear plant, Nebraska with the wind energy, then Dallas, and Corpus Christi right now, right? Where you're building the big one. Is that right? The plant?
Yeah, we're working on some permits there. And then, we're always trying to diversify, right? Like that's why I like this deal specifically, because it has exposure in Texas, which is good. It's a strong energy market.
Yes.
But it has exposure in North Dakota, in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Really great, favorable environments for Bitcoin mining. And with one of the largest hosting providers in the world. So I think when you're in business with big businesses that have scale and economies of scale, you're going to get some of those benefits. So this is one of these things where I can't be more excited about this investment.
I love it.
And I'm very excited for you to join.
And thank you. We're going to be partnering very nicely. I did also see one of your posts recently that globally, I think your company and of course, cooperation with us and others, it's 1% of Bitcoin mining globally. We're doing it, which is amazing. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're going to be close to, my hope is that my plan is we're going to be investing in Bitcoin mining at the right time, right? When everybody was investing in Bitcoin mining last year, including us, they took leverage. They took loans at when Bitcoin price was higher, and they bought miners at $10,000 per Bitcoin miner, which is what these guys did. And now they are in financial trouble, even though they're mining Bitcoin at a very low price, because they have really great energy contracts and they have really energy efficient machines, the best in class machines. But because when they took an external loan at a much higher price and price goes down, they're just not in a very good place. So my intention is to acquire as many of these distressed assets. And I know, Vinney, you were there in 2008, 2009.
Oh, totally. I made my fortune, brother, in the last 15 years. I'm standing tall because of that recession, literally.
Yeah. And so it's always presents an opportunity, right? People can be scared. People can be, what are you going to do about it? I think the opportunity for us and all of our investors is to acquire as many things in the bottom at the dip, right? I wish I could have bought more houses in 2008, 2009, 2010. Sure. And then I, became financially free because of that. And so my intention is to continue to grow and continue to scale and pass on all those scale benefits to investors.
I love it. Thank you for your time, man. It's such a pleasure, such a pleasure.
Thank you again, for joining Vinney Chopra this week on this podcast. And please subscribe, share, give comments, and give 5-star rating if you can on iTunes, because that really helps a lot for us to bring great guests. And also iTunes raises our rankings up. And I hope you have been very happy with Vinney Chopra and team who are able to bring great information. If you'd like to invest with us, please go ahead and go to vinnychopra.com/invest. Thanks again. God bless you.